So today I'm getting back into Cast Iron Wednesday, at least a little bit. Cast Iron Wednesdays were started by Native Tearz and Sholvelhead8, and there's a whole playlist dedicated just to Cast Iron Wednesdays. This comes in handy for me since I cook a lot in cast iron. And today I'm going to be using this buddy here. This is actually, yes, a Pampered Chef griddle, and I'm going to be using this to put what I'm making on today in baking. And what I'm doing today is a version of Beefy roll-ups. At least that's what Mike's mom always called them. And but I'm doing it with venison. So you can do anything with venison that you do with beef, as long as you consider that it's a lean form of beef. So sometimes you have to add some fat and it cooks really quickly. But that's what I'm doing today. It only needs really 2 ingredients. So let's get to it. And the 2 ingredients are my filling, and you can use either the regular filling or the PA Dutch potato filling. Either is good. And I'll include cards up above and in the description below to those videos on how to make that. And then I have some venison chip steaks. These little puppies are wonderful. I often use them for cheesesteak hoagies and stuff, making cheesesteaks. But you can layer them together to do a beefy roll-up, or in this case, a venison roll-up. So the tricky part of this is going to be the assembly. Because they're chip steaks, I have to layer together to make a sheet, basically, of meat to fill with the filling. If you're doing this without chip steaks and want to do like the beefy roll-ups, the regular ones, using the minute steaks is a great way. You have to cook them partway through first and then roll them so that you can bake them the rest of the way in the oven. But we're going to start here. I've put down a sheet of saran wrap that's sprayed with nonstick cooking spray, and we're going to try and make our first layers. This is kind of a feel and an art thing, and I'll try and crisscross my layers so that it holds together. Make sure you get them all flat. And if you have thicker ones, that's fine. Mike's mom always used to make these, and I thought, well, these would be really dandy. Alright. So now I'm going to grab just put that in like that, make sure it goes to the end. And I'm going to do one more layer here. It's a thicker piece. Okay, so then we're just going to do it like this. And I'm just going to slide off. And there you go. So that's the first one. See, that wasn't so bad. Now we'll move my sheet down a little bit, and we'll do the next one. I love these served with gravy. Mike is not a gravy person. It doesn't agree with him anymore. So, but I still like gravy for mine. So it's a nice way to serve them. It almost reminds you, especially if you do the potato filling, it almost reminds you of. Let's see, do this of an open-faced sandwich, like a hot roast beef. super yummy. And I just think it's a novel and different way. I had a lot of people asking me, have said that they needed ideas on how to make venison, and especially if you have chip steaks, this isn't a bad way to do it at all. And as you can see, a roll is pretty much going to be enough for a meal for a person. Wonderful also served if you're doing the regular kind. It's also great served with mashed potatoes. At least I like it like that. It's like a piecework, like a patchwork quilt. And some of you may not have the patience for this, but I don't like wasting anything, and I like doing things different ways. And we got 3 out of that. Not bad. Awesome. I'm going to put the rest of the filling in a dish and bake it. I'm going to put the rest of my filling into my Pampered Chef brownie pan and freeze these then. So I have actually individual servings to use at a later date. Because you know I like to freeze and have stuff ahead. It's great if company comes. It's great if I'm working and don't have time to make stuff. I can just pull this out and have a meal. And these are like the perfect size to go with a meal. Like I said, these are great whether you're doing it with traditional filling or like the PA Dutch potato filling that I make. This works for that as well. You've seen me freeze meatballs ahead. I always have turkey in the freezer. So pulling out a quick couple of these with some potatoes and some turkey. You have Thanksgiving dinner all set up. Okay, I'm going to stick these in at 375. And it'll probably take about 45 minutes. And they're done. You know what comes next, guys. So I just wanted to show you what these look like coming out of the oven. And here you can see they're, I sliced them up and they're ready to serve. So this is what it looks like sliced. And as you can see, layering it and doing it that way, they held together fine. And slice them up. These are so moist. I love these. And everybody wonders what makes really good filling. Lots of butter. Absolutely. I do my onions and celery and I saute it in lots of butter. And it makes for really, it gives the extra fat component for the venison that's lean. So there it is. And here it is sliced. You can see it. And those are my venison or beefy roll-ups. Like I said, if you want really cheap, use the minute steaks and, I don't know, stovetop stuffing. You can buy filling in the stores and the deli counter too. But I like making my own, and this is a great way to use up some of our venison chip steaks, besides doing them with mushrooms and onions, and or doing a stir fry with them, or using them also in Philly cheesesteaks. So, my venison / beefy roll-ups. This was Mike's mom's recipe. She always used to make these a lot. Thanks for trying them.